Hi everyone, welcome to Nomad Yoga. This is part of the lower back series and the third part of releasing the hip flexors, in particular the psoas muscle, which attaches from the front of the thigh up onto the lower back. And this exercise I'll be showing you in today's video is using a chair for the first part, and then the second part we'll be doing a traditional yoga posture. So why the psoas muscle? If you're someone who spends a lot of time sitting in a chair during the day, chances are you will become shortened in the front of the pelvis. And so the pelvis can end up looking something like this, where we get the shortening in the back, and often it comes with lower back pain. So we're not able to fully extend through the front of the hips. So if that's the case for you, if you're having lower back pain and you think you may be shortened, this exercise will probably be good for you. So start with just a regular dining room chair. If you're about 1.80 m or 6 foot tall, you'll probably need a bit more height so that your hips are the same height as your knees or even slightly higher. And then just to test how the movement in your spine is, we're going to bring the top of the pelvis back, move the navel down, move the middle back down, move the upper back down, and then finally release the head. Just see how that feels for you to roll the spine down and then roll back up, lower back, middle back, upper back. Lengthen the front of the spine, lift the breastbone. Lift the navel, keep the top of the pelvis back, and then lean the back of the head back a little. Release. Then turn your chair to face the screen. And two options for this exercise. You're going to come onto your left side like this. So option 1 is to place your left hand down on the floor, and option 2, if you're a bit taller, is to come down onto the forearm and elbow like this. So do whatever feels more comfortable for you. Then we're going to take the top leg back, move the pubic bone forward slightly, bring the front ribs in, and then lean the back of the head back. Take a breath into the belly. Just opening up through the front of the hip. Bring the knee forward. Do that again. This time take the top leg so that the foot is higher and the thigh is turning in a little. Take the leg back again. Pubic bone forward, front ribs in, lean the head back. Take a breath. You see how I've even got the leg at the top of the seat of the chair, of the back of the chair. Bring the knee forward. Come up from there. Take a moment just to find center, and then go onto your right side. So same thing here, two options. Put your right hand down or come down onto the forearm and elbow. Pubic bone forward, front ribs in, take the top leg back to open up the front of that left hip. Take a breath, lean the back of the head back a little. Bring the knee forward. Take it back a second time, this time lifting your foot a bit higher. So you don't need to go too far with this exercise. You don't want to feel a lot of stretch. Just a comfortable stretch. Don't try and go too far. Take a breath into the belly. Again, lean the head back, bring the front ribs in, move the pubic bone forward. Come back from there. So we'll do that one more time each side. The second time, come down onto your left side. We're going to put both hands onto the floor this time. So again, two options. You can either come with both hands onto the floor this way, or if you're a bit taller, you can come onto your forearms. But for most people, the hands will probably be fine. Take the top leg back. Take a breath into the belly, lean the head back. So you're in a little bit more of a twist now than you were in the first one. Bring the knee forward. And then do that one more time, lifting the foot a little higher this time. Lean the back of the head back. Bring the front ribs in, press the pubic bone forward. Coming back from there. Coming down onto the right side now. So option one is with both hands down on the floor like this. And option two is with your forearms down. Depending on how tall you are, you may find you need to come down onto the elbows, but if you're not that tall, then coming onto your hands should be fine. Bring the top leg back, pubic bone forward, front ribs in, lean the back of the head back, take a breath into the belly. Bring the knee forward. Do that one more time. This time lifting your foot up a bit more. Take the top leg back. Again, like I said before, not an extreme stretch, just a comfortable sensation in the front of the hip. Bring the front ribs in, lean the back of the head back, take a breath into the belly. Come back from there. So then do the roll down that we did at the beginning again. Bring the top of the pelvis back, roll the navel down, the middle back down, the upper back down, and finally release the head. See how that feels to roll the spine down. Roll it back up again. Then lengthen the front of the spine by keeping the top of the pelvis back, lifting the navel, lifting the breastbone, leaning the back of the head back. So for the next exercise, I'm going to use a small block. You can use a hard-covered book, whatever you have available. Even the edge of a stair works fine. And I'm going to place half my foot onto the block and have half the foot off, just to stretch out the back of the calf muscle. Then, just to get a contract release now, we're going to slightly lift the heel off the floor and then drop it down again. Try to put all your weight through that right foot now. Slightly lift the heel to activate the calf muscle. Release it down. One more time, slightly lift the heel. Release it down. Step your left foot forward, past the right, and just stretch out the back of the right calf muscle. Okay, and then switching sides. Place half of the left foot onto the block and half off. Take the right foot back a little. Slightly lift your left heel like you're going to step forward. Then release it down. Again, slightly lift your left heel to activate the back of the leg. Release it down. One more time, slightly lift. Release it down. Step your right foot through, stretch out that left calf muscle. And then put the block to one side. Stand at the back of a mat if you have one. Turn your left foot out 45 degrees. Step your right foot forward. Turn your hips from left to right. So now see if you can drop your right hip down a bit and lift your left hip up a bit. Turn the navel from left to right. Press that back heel down, lift up both arms. Lean the back of the head back. So your back leg is straight. Reach up into the arms. Come back from there. Turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Step your left foot forward. Turn the hips from right to left. Turn the navel from right to left. Anchor that back heel down. Lean the back of the head back. And then see if you can lift your right hip slightly, drop your left hip slightly. Reach up. Come back from there. So, a couple more ways to release the hip flexor muscles. And if you do those kind of exercises every 2 or 3 days, you'll find within a few weeks you feel that there's a lot more space in the front of the hips. Thanks for joining me today on Nomad Yoga. Namaste.